Happy Saturday, my wonderful, wonderful subscribers and all my new subscribers. Hello, and happy Saturday, the day before Christmas Eve. I have some collard green plants that I've been procrastinating about to put in the grow bag. And now I'm out here finally doing it because every time I tried to come out here, something got in the way. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I have my trusty auger. I know some of you guys have gone out and bought one of these. You just attach it to a screwdriver. Gardener's best friend, and you just go down, loosen that soil up, and see it pulls up all those roots that's down there. You know, especially in the grow bag, you have those roots down in there. You try to use the soil the next time, and you know your plant get to the root, and the roots of that plant won't go through that root because you know it's not strong enough. So we're about through with that. Just pull the roots out as they come up. Just pull these roots up, you know, and look at the soil. Let me see these roots right here. The roots. I'm gonna throw that away and make sure I'm still talking to you. Yeah. And take a chair. Just sit down. You don't have to be disabled or have a bad back. Just save your back for another day or another time in the garden. So I'm just pulling these little roots that's been brought up and see how fluffy the soil is. People say, oh, how your soil gets to be so fluffy. This right here. Fluffy soil, loose. And you just go around like that. Because in the grow bags, when we water, a lot of times the water don't get to the edge. So the edge part, the outer part of the grow bag is dry. A lot of you guys may have really realized that. So you mixing in the dry soil with the wet soil. And a good way to water your plants when they're in the grow bag is to run the water around the outer part first and then go inward because it will wick its way towards the center. But do the outer part first. But yeah, that soil is looking good. Look at here. It's all loose soil. And it makes your job a lot easier and quicker. So now all I have to do is spread this out again like this. And I'm going to probably amend it with some fresh soil. And then we'll put our amendments in and then put our collard greens in. No, it's not too late. We're having some, of course, crazy weather. It's going to be in the mid 60s, up to the mid 60s today, and the mid to late 50s for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days. This is a good time to go out and get something in the ground, go on ahead and plant whatever you want to plant if you have the actual plant. Now you can plant some seeds, but watch the weather 10 days down the road, because if you plant seeds and they don't have a chance to germinate, they're going to germinate pretty slowly. You may want to take a row cover like this and put it over it to provide it some heat to change the climate in the ground or in the soil here. That will create a microclimate. You may want to cover it with some cardboard until it germinates, and still I would cover it with something like a row cover until it gets strong enough to withstand whatever temperature is in your area. Like I tell you all, everybody's temperature, climate, situation, environment is different. So you can listen to all of us, but factor in the fact that they don't live in your garden. So someone who's growing stuff that you want to grow, you have to look at where they live, what their climate is, how cold it gets, how hot it gets. And you have to make the adaptation. It doesn't mean you can't grow it. It means you're going to have to adapt, modify the way that you grow it. Okay? So I'm going to get some Fox Farm and put that in here and lift this up just a little bit, and we'll keep on going. Okay, I've mixed in some Stay Green blood meal, Dr. Earth, vegetable tomato fertilizer, and little bone meal, which is by Stay Green, just for structure, cellular structure. This is the Stay Green, and I'll show this to you because some people say they like to see the bag. This is the blood meal. Now, where you live, it may not say the same thing as far as the company is concerned, but you just want the product. This is the vegetable. I love this right here. The vegetable tomato herb by Dr. Earth. But in your area, they may not sell that brand name, but you just go look for uh, blood meal, bone meal, vegetable, herb, and tomato. This is what I use. Some people don't like using stuff. I'm telling you what's been working for me for years, decades. So you can use this arg as well to stir that up in there, kind of mix it around. And bada bing, bada boom, you're through. And that's gonna get it down to a level so when your roots get down in there, they'll have something to land on. But of course, I do liquid fertilizer as well. So now we're gonna go in our bag right here. This is what was up on my deck. I'm checking for aphids because I'm not trying to introduce anything. Now this is sitting pretty high. I may put this over here because I have space for it. So this may go, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough space to fit. Make sure these leaves, when you get your greens and stuff and you move them from one area to another, any vegetable, check for any kind of aphids and stuff like that, because you don't want to introduce it to your other plants. So I think I'm gonna hold off on that one. And this one right here has a couple of aphids, so we're going to hold off on that one for a minute. This is looking a little scrawny. I don't even know if I want to be bothered with this little thing. I may not need to put anything over there because this right here is looking crazy. I may put it in here and cut this off and see what it does. We'll see. So because that is looking crazy, I'm going to take this one out. It's got some, it smells okay. Got some green roots on it. Got some algae, that's what that is. I may hold out on this one for a minute. I don't want to introduce algae into my container. So what do we have here? Let's go back to this plant. I think we're gonna have enough space inside of this container for me not to have to go anywhere else. So let's take it out. Look at the roots. Grown from seed. Look at that. Having a good time. Having a good time circling. So there's two in here. I am not going to try to separate these. No, I am not. They are both going to go into the same hole, and may the best person win. So I'm going to dig a deep enough hole for the whole thing to go into. So let's get this done. And get it deep enough. Let me see if that's gonna fit. Yeah, that's perfect. So what we're gonna do is, y'all know me, fire in the hole, drop down in there, vegetable tomato fertilizer, and some blood meal. Put this down. Sit right there. There you go. And some blood meal. Give it something to land on. Stir it up, because you don't want it to be directly on there. And then we're going ahead and put this in. And I'm thinking maybe turn it. I would really rather have the bigger part this way, but I don't know. Let's do it like this, Gail. Because this one's not going to get in the sunlight, and we do need for it to get some sunlight. I may have to come and stake it up. That'll be okay. I'll do that later. And then just go on ahead and pack it in. Now I can always put some dirt around this one and fix it where it will sit up a little better. It just grew kind of wonky. All right, that's number one. And the next one is going to be this one right here. So let's see here. Okay, I had to take the hose and rinse the leaves off real good, making sure I got all the aphids that was on there. They were not moving or anything like that. I think the cold got to them, but just in case. And I may even just take the top part of the soil off on here. Just taking the top part of the soil off just in case they down in there. Removing the soil at the top. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here in this little hole right here. Do the same thing. Add some vegetable tomato fertilizer and some blood meal. And like I said, I'll come back later and give them a liquid fertilizer. And put this down in here. Bring it up just a little bit higher. There you go. And cover it up. I hope y'all can see. I hope my leg is not in the way. I tend to do that. Cover that up like that. I think this little baby right here, I like to give everybody equal opportunity, but I just don't know. I just don't know, y'all. Let me see. I may give it a try. You're looking kind of puny. So I can set it over here and see what it does, but I am going to take some of the topsoil off, just in case there's something lying down up in there. And I'm going to stick it right here. And we'll come back and visit. I like to show you guys what I'm doing and then show you the results. I think that everyone should do that. I don't think we should just come and show you, oh, this is how you do it. You need to see what were the results. You need to know that it worked. So that's what I believe in doing. That's me. So I'm going to sit this one up a little high because it needs to reach for the sun. Turn it like that. And y'all really probably can't see how I'm setting this in here. But I think I'm going to move this one over. Since I'm putting that one in, I'm just going to mix the soil up because it's got the amendments down in here. I'm just going to move it over just a little bit. There you go. Not much. See, that didn't hurt nothing. And that'll give everything and everybody a chance to have some light. And we'll see how it goes. This one right here. Okay. So this is the last collard green planting, the last planting period, I think. I keep saying I want to do more carrots and beets, but that's just me being greedy. But we'll see how it goes. I'll bring you guys back out here. Carrots are doing fine. And we'll revisit. We'll revisit. But anyhow, I'm going to water this in. And give it a good soaking. There you are. Give it a good soaking. You don't need to really see that. Because you want to make sure that everything gets good contact. I said you didn't need to see it, but I'm doing it anyway, right? And I'm in your way. Okay. But for those of you who want to see, I'm just gonna water it in now. This is a 20 or a 15-gallon grow bag, and I grow on this side of the garden mostly in grow bags. And it's been a very successful journey with the grow bags for me. And let me just show you guys something. Well, I'll do that on another video. Okay. I'm gonna just water this in real good. Now it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but the percentage is very low. So I don't know all about that. Okay. That's it. It's a done deal. Thank you guys for coming along this journey with me. I appreciate you more than you ever know. I just had to get that out, but because things happen, I got behind on a lot of stuff. But I want to say happy holidays to everyone. If I don't see you on another video, thank you so much for loving me the way you do, and I love you back. And I have my fan on. Those of you who don't know, y'all know it's hot if I have my net fan on. But anyhow, I will see you guys later. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and I'll see you in the garden. Bye.